Today we're working on a job over here at the school district, and it's one of those MPR rooms. They call it a multi-purpose room or assembly room. And this job we were supposed to do probably 10 years ago, and then they kept putting it off, and it's got asbestos tile on it right now. They were gonna abate it, and then they didn't want to spend the money, so it's down pretty good. And we decided to do was just go over the top of it. So what I did here is I scuffed up my floor using my sander over there, and then we're just grinding the high spots down. And after that we're gonna split it up into 4 quarters. See how they got all the stuff on one side over there? So this little partition here, it's like the middle of the room. So we're just gonna lay this half, and then we'll move everything over. All this stuff from here over to there, and then we'll do the half that's behind me. So what they want here is it's just a gray tile. And then we're gonna put some accent pieces in that are like a dark blue. And then they got a logo that's gonna go in the middle, but they're gonna put it on afterwards. So right now we're gonna skim coat it using our feather finish. And then we'll lay this side here, that'd be 1 quarter. That side will be 2 quarters. And 3, and then 4. Hopefully we can get a good look at it when it's all done, but right now we got so much stuff in here. At least you'll get to see one side. So we'll be here for a few days, probably about a week actually. I'm gonna get to it. All right, so we got all this prepped. Our skim coat, and this section that you see right here is a quarter of the building, or the room actually. That's the other quarter, and then the other 2 quarters. So it's one building divided into 4 sections. We're gonna lay this right now, then we'll jump over there, and then we'll do the back part. But we still gotta move all that stuff over. And you see how, you can see right here where it's all sanded, and then over there I still got to sand. And once we do that, then we skim coat it. And what that does, it allows the skim coat to bond to the VCT. We also put an acrylic additive into it, and that helps it bond better too. So we're going to do black base all the way around. We got our workstation over there. And we got our little room right here. All our tools. We got a little toaster oven in there. Microwave. Ready to go. Alright, so we got a quarter of it done. And that's what it looks like with the main color and then the blue splash. And this is the second quarter we're working on today. And then we got that whole other half to do. So right now we're spreading our glue. You can see how it's clear on that side and shiny. That's dry, and then the white is the wet glue. And I'm just gonna keep gluing and then prepping ahead of Joe, who's gonna start laying right now. And the goal is to get to this doorway right here today, and then tomorrow we'll start moving all that stuff over, then we can jump onto that side, and we'll do all our coat base last. All right, so we're about 80% done on one side, and we got it roped off right here. That's our entrance right there, and then tomorrow we're gonna move all our stuff over. See how I got that red and yellow thing right there? That's a stopper that I put down. I showed that to you guys in other videos. That way they can roll the stuff over there and it won't mess up the edge of the tile or contaminate the glue. But that's what we got so far. So once we get that stuff moved over, we're gonna finish off that area right there. And then this side over here will be completely empty. And then we're gonna be able to sand our floor, prep it, and start installing some tile. So we'll probably do that the day after. But for right now, this is where we're at. And we're gonna get to it. Get some more floor down. And then we're gonna do some base. So we're getting ready to start our second half now. And you can see how we sanded this floor right here on this side. And then down the middle there, that's where it was a little bit higher. So we used a hand grinder on that. This over here that we scuffed up was with the other disc sander right there. So I'm getting ready to start from here and go that way with my floor prep. So we can lay this side and then I'll sand and prep this side. That'll be the final side. And then the piano we're gonna move over once we get to that point. And then they have these refrigerators here we gotta leave plugged in, but those are on wheels. So you see how we got everything moved over here? All that stuff right there, all that clutter was over on that side over here. And now it's empty. So we got this side all done. And we still got a couple cuts we gotta do. But for the most part, it's all done here. And then all this stuff will go back over there. Some of it stays on this side, but now we got that whole side we can do. And then do our base and we're out of here. All right, kind of a short day today. We got all that laid. And prior to that, I prepped the floor. You see the skim coat underneath. And over here, it's sanded for tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, first thing I'm gonna prep this. We'll lay that top up there and lay most of this over here, tying into this part that's already done. So it's squared off right there. And then we put a barrier up so people won't walk through here. This right here that you see that's wet, that's a heavy patch with sand in it. There was some missing tiles. I went in and just filled those in, so tomorrow I'll do my skim coat over it. And then hopefully we can get to about right here where this piano is and move that over. And we got our work area right there. So we're just kind of centrally located there. We can just bring our tile in. See how we open them up on the table there? And what I do is once I open them up, I brush the sides of the VCT. See all the dust right there? That's from the brush. These are all our damaged pieces. And then I like to cut everything up here on my table like a rolling cart. You just kind of set it. See, that's the mark right there for all those cuts on that wall. And this is a crane wood cutter. I don't even have a VCT snapper no more. I just use this for pretty much everything. And I have some other ones too for lighter weight stuff. I like that one because it's strong. Makes a clean cut. So yeah, we'll be back in tomorrow and get most of this done. And we'll probably have one more day after that. Just finish up and do our code base. I think I mentioned already we're gonna use a black code base. Tie it in real nice. All right, we are getting it done. Got our last little bit over here that we prepped. So all the sanding's done, all the prep's done. We got everything glued up into this point right here. See where it's shiny? We got this part right here we're gonna lay tomorrow. We'll finish this off today. Tomorrow's gonna be laying this and then doing all the cuts. Probably a short day, and then we'll do the base the last day. Get all our tools out of here. All right, got it down to the piano. Let's see what we did with the piano was we, it's kind of noisy in here with these fans. Let me turn these off real quick. But the piano, we put it on boards. And when we slide it back, we'll put it on some other boards. That's just so it doesn't scratch the floor. We're getting ready to put in all these fill pieces. Went ahead and pre-cut all those over there, here. Oh, you can see that. See those loose pieces right there? Those are all pre-cut. Just got this little section to do. And all the cut pieces, then the base. It's coming together. There's all of our edge pieces in. So this is like probably, I'd say, 95% done on the tile side. We got all these pre-cut, and we got a notch around those doorways right there. And then we gotta put the base on and put this piano back. So, one more day. We are now 100% done over here. Got all our cove base put in. This red tape on the cove base is to hold the corners tight. We usually put contact cement right there. We'll pull that off tomorrow morning sometime. And this is the first side we did over here. All the base is on. And then we finished up our second side over here. Just a random splash of blue. All the base is put on now. We're gonna come back in the morning and move all the stuff back. Most of it's on wheels, and then we put felt pads underneath the cabinets. Again, our red tape there. Take that off tomorrow. We even put little pieces of felt right there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. We'll pull those off too, so just kind of keeps it from flipping over open like this. It's a better look at it there. I'm tired, man. This was a tough one. All done though. On to the next one.